Hello, what's up? It's your boy Mike. You know, I was just thinking to myself, I don't know, I think about basketball like 24/7. And the one thing I keep coming back to is who the best player in the world is. Like, who's the best NBA player in the world? Many would say Giannis. It's weird how the Golden State Warriors won the title, but everyone's like the best player is Giannis. Normally, the team that wins the title, everyone's going to be like, oh, the best player's on that team. The best player's on that team. Everyone says that. They're like, oh, the best player is Steph Curry, so to speak, in the world. But no one's saying that. Everyone knows it's Giannis. And you know someone's a great when there's not a lot of debate. Like, you know someone's great when there's not a lot of debate. And if anything, there's no debate that Giannis is the best player in the world right now. Except right now. And what I'm debating is, because if you ask me, Giannis is the best player in the world. But the question you have to ask yourself is, what constitutes someone of being the best player in the world? What is your ramifications? What do you justify in your brain that says it's Giannis is the best player in the world? What is it? Is it a clutch gene? Is it dominance? Who's the most dominant player in the league? Is that what you're basing off? Who is the player that you feel could lead anyone, could lead me, could lead you to the NBA Finals? Is that the best player in the world? What is your resume? Like, what is the resume of the best player in the world to you? Make sure you comment on that, because it's different for everyone. So that's why I gotta argue. The best player in the world right now, and this is just an argument, is not Giannis. If the league said we're not doing basketball anymore, this is the final season, and we're doing a fantasy draft, you pick one player, just one player, and you can build whoever you want around them. Doesn't matter. But you're picking one player as your start, your beginning. The person you are picking, in most cases, is LeBron James. Still, at age 36, whatever age he is, you're still picking LeBron James. So then my argument is LeBron not still the best player in the league? Because you're picking him first. Yeah, some will say, oh no, I'll pick Luka. Okay, come on, let's be serious. You're still picking LeBron over Luka. You're picking KD. See, my take on KD, like I said, he's a great player. KD, if you want to tweet at me, tweet at me. Those guys _TG, let's go. We can talk about it. You can come join me in my room. We can talk about this. We can have a legit conversation. You really could. But with KD, when has he, and I honestly think about, when has he, and this is no slight, this is actually just facts. I would never put down a player. Well, I would, but not as great. KD's great. When has he held his team's hand and said, follow my lead to the NBA Finals? When he was young with the OKC Thunder, he led Harden and Westbrook to the NBA Finals. That was the last time. He didn't lead Golden State. They had Clay, Draymond, and Steph. He didn't lead them. No way. No way. Did not lead them. He was a part of their team. That team was just undeniable. But to lead a team the way Shaq led the Lakers. Kobe wasn't Kobe the way we know him during that time. Kobe was nice. He was nice. One of the seasons he led, he had more points than Shaq. You guys didn't even know that. But Shaq was MVP. Because Shaq led them. He led this team. Iverson is the best. Him and probably Dirk. But Iverson is the best definition of hold my hand. I am taking you to the promised land. Allen Iverson did it. Now I'm saying, who's going to take your hand and lead you to the finals? Lead you to a championship? It's LeBron James. It's LeBron. It's LeBron. You know it. LeBron led those Cavs. And you can say the East was shit. The East was shit. How shit was it? Besides, honestly, Golden State, that was it. The only team that was that good was Golden State. I'm a Raptors fan, so I'm going to be biased. If the Raptors, when I'm saying Kyle and DeMar, face James Harden and Chris Paul, if you're telling me that Houston Rockets would have won like by a landslide, you're crazy. That's not the case. It would have been a 7-game series. who knows what it won? Could have been Houston. It could have been the Raptors. I'm just saying it was more even than you thought. Those Indiana Pacers teams were good with Paul George, Roy Hibbert, Lance Stevenson, George Hill, David West. That's a good team, right? Put them against the Lob City Clippers. Who's winning? So we're acting as if, the East, the bottom of the East was shit. But the top East was still pretty good. But the West had Golden State. That two teams, Golden State and San Antonio. Those are two teams that I would say would have beat anyone in the East. Anybody. There's no one else you can say that definitively would have beat the East. So I'm thinking right now, who's the guy that you think can lead the team? Who's the guy that you think is going to average 28 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists? Yes, Giannis can do it. Yes, KD can do it. KD is a great player. Steph can do it. But if you have to choose a player right now, no more NBA. Your legacy depends on it. Your life depended on this. Like Max Kellerman said, the Martians are coming down. Who are you picking? It's LeBron James. LeBron James is still at the age of 36 averaging 28, 7, and 7. Now, of course, the argument could be, well, if he was so good, he would lead the Lakers team. That Lakers team is awful, okay? They're awful. They're awful. They're awful. They're awful. They're awful. If LeBron was had Milwaukee's team, you know what he would do to it. If LeBron had Golden State, if you took away Steph Curry, and had LeBron had Klay Thompson on one side, and Jordan Poole on his other side, come on. LeBron had a really good Lakers team. We all are admitting it. No one understands why they traded for Westbrook. It didn't make sense. You traded KCP, who, quite frankly, is the type of player every team wants. Like you just don't lose those type of players. I would love to have a KCP on my team. It's just quality. A Kuzma, a guy who can either come off the bench or start and give you 15 to 20 points a game. Like, why did we lose all that stuff? Like you lost, and you could have still not had Westbrook and built within the margins, So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense. That's why they like trade Westbrook for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. How is Miles Turner and Buddy Hield already making that team? Because all you have to have is you have LeBron James. You're winning already with LeBron James, so you're okay because you have LeBron James. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not making a strong enough, compelling argument for LeBron James. You just have to think about it. Giannis is an amazing player. He's amazing. He's amazing. If LeBron had Drew Holiday, would he have beat the Boston Celtics? I don't know. Ask yourself that question. If LeBron was on Brooklyn, would he have beat Milwaukee at that time of 2 years ago? Would he have done that? At the end of the day, the Lakers almost beat Phoenix. Let's not forget that. If Anthony Davis was healthy, they're beating Phoenix. We can all say what we want to say. Yeah, no, that's not happening. They're beating Phoenix. They were up 2-1. They would have beat Phoenix if Anthony Davis was healthy. So if you have LeBron James, and you can put him with whoever you want. With Klay Thompson if you want to. You can put him with, just anybody. Just anyone. You can put him with, Klay Thompson's just the best thought. You can come back with Kyrie, he's winning. Now, of course, people are going to fault the whole Westbrook thing, and I understand that. But Westbrook on a lot of teams is just not working out, unless you're telling this guy he's the lead dog. I mean, not the main guy, because with, Bradley Beal, he wasn't, but he's the lead dog. He's the one that's igniting the troops. Then you're good. But at the end of the day, LeBron, he's the best player in the league. Still is. No matter what. He's the guy that you are choosing to take your team to the next title. He just is. The way they're like, oh, you're trading KD for all those picks. Imagine if LeBron was available. You're trading everything you can to get LeBron James on your team. Not just for financial. People are saying, would Cleveland even want to take back LeBron James? If LeBron went back to Cleveland with Garland, Mobley, and Allen on the team, LeBron can stay in the league for another 4 or 5 years. Because he would have just guys to throw it to. LeBron had the ability to now stay in the league for another 3 or 4 years because the game is still physical, but he can become more of a finesse player. pass the ball, and just get it to the open guy and still be a threat of who he is. LeBron's my pick for the #1 player in the league. He just still is. If you disagree, make sure you comment below. You have to tell me. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me why I'm wrong. I don't care. I want the involvement. I want the movement. I like it. Keep it going. Subscribe, like, follow on everything. And I'm going to talk to you guys soon. Peace, and love.